Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dublin Shamrocks and the New York Jets. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Howell, first play, going to throw it. And this is Cook with the grab. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. And they go play action with Howell. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. The Jets at 4-12 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum. But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw on 2nd and 10. Powell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a handoff running through the middle. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson now off the bootleg. That is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Jackson to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. On second down, Cook. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Faking the handoff, Howell. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
He had already had an interception earlier. Now, Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back for the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down and goal. Jackson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And running with power here. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll go play action. Howell. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Oh, this is blocked, but he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
they can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Lawrence Jackson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me?
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Howell to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quez Watkins, 62 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. But now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Howell's throw taken in by Watkins here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. On first down, Howell. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Fancy footwork at the 45. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So they bring out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Hardy set to return. A good return there, 17 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relative.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Here's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Finding Watkins.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Howell's throw there taken in by Smith.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Howell to throw.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook.
And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Moore, the man in motion.
Here's Howell. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
2nd and 9. Howell with one final shot.
Under pressure, and down he goes. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory.